Yeah, can you see the screen, dear participants? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So we had seen what business is and all, isn't it? Yeah. Yes. See, you might have seen these days many reels on tomatoes, scrolling in WhatsApp groups and in Facebook and all, isn't it? So, did you at one point of time has realized why tomatoes, prices have skyrocketed? Yeah. Okay, I just tell you, right? See, why tomato, prices they have skyrocketed, and when will it come down? That is the point to be, understood by all of us, right? See, the reason, no, here is a mix of two factors. We can call it as one is environmental factor, and the second one is market factors. These two factors, no, they have occurred during January and between January and March 2023. So in India, actually, usually, tomato supply comes from two crops, that is Rabi crop and Kharif crop. Okay. So Rabi crop, it comes in market from Junnar region of Maharashtra and parts of Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Especially during this March and April, and supplies tomatoes, till July and August. Okay, so during this March into July and August, supplies come from Rabi crop. And the second one is Kharif crop. Okay, now the Kharif crop, no, it supplies tomatoes from August to March. And it comes from Uttar Pradesh, Nasik, and the northern belt, right? So tomato crop takes 3 months and then 45 days in picking. So first batch of Rabi crops in March and second batch in June. And the production cost of tomatoes in Rabi crop is rupees 12 per kg. And in Kharif season, it is rupees 10 for kg. So these are the basics, right? What wrong happened this year? Because so that the tomato prices have gone up. Okay. So when first batch of Rabi came this year, then prices of tomato fell significantly. The market price of tomato that came was rupees 10 to 15 kg, and farmers were forced to sell at rupees 3 to 5 kg. And the reason of this price fall in March was crop that coming in market was of inferior quality. Okay. So first batch of Rabi tomato crop is planted in December and harvested in March. But during December and March this year, two things happened. One is Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh. They saw excessive, no, they had very excessive heat. No, tomatoes, they need some little cooler weather. Okay, so therefore that was the reason. No, and a second reason for that is crop was devastated by a leaf curl virus also. Okay, so due to this, the quality of tomato has gone down, and middlemen, they took the benefit of it and reduced buying prices. Okay. So in March, farmers were shocked. They faced huge loss. Their production cost was rupees 12 kg, and then they had to sell for rupees only 3 kgs. So they didn't plant second batch of Rabi tomato crop. Okay, that was supposed to be due in April and supposed to come in market in June. And no, this shows that Junnar Taluka normally reports around 3,000 to 5,000 acres of second batch of Rabi tomato. But this year, it is not even 1,000 acres. So now the concern is now, when will the price of tomato will come down, and how it will be? So answer is that if the Kharif crop will come in market, then it will go down. Kharif crop in market will come by the end of August. This is okay. So we are on today is 12th. No, yeah. By the end of this August, the tomato price may fall down because Kharif crop may come into the scene. Okay. And if there had been any farm bills, then farmers could have sold tomatoes outside APMC mandis to whoever they want during this March and April. So the point of view here is India heading towards frozen vegetable market? Uncertain weather and price leads the producers to freeze the products and sell it at a standard price. Now, why I told you the story of tomato here is, see, it's an agricultural product, but it is being affected by environmental factors, right? The virus, the weather being very no excessive heat was there in that part of Maharashtra where the tomato crops are grown. So so it just no a business is affected by these environmental factors. So that's the reason that the tomato price has gone down, has come up. All these things is happening. So as a commerce student and a management student, we have to know what how the business environment affects. Okay, so first we should know what is the meaning of business environment. It is nothing but, see, it encompasses the climate or a set of conditions, economic or social or political or institutional, in which business operations are conducted. See, in the case of tomatoes, the price which was 10 to 12 in Rabi and Kharif, they were supposed to sell at 3 rupees per kg. So this is an economic factor, right? Then environmental factor is the excessive heat, that is one there, right? And no, politically also, some they kept it as hoarding, and when the prices rose up, they started selling it. So that is their institutional, that is agricultural institution. No proper planning of how to curb that virus is not. So this is how the business operations are affected. So we call such set of conditions as business environment. So hope you are getting me, right? Yeah. See, in other words, we can say that the total of all things. Yeah. So the total of all things external to firms and industries that affect the function of an organization, we call it as business environment. This is the definition given by Wheeler. Right. See, we do have an interaction of business with environment, right? When you just look at this flow chart, see, there is a business system in between, right? See here, and this has been affected by environment and the market, which we have seen in the case of tomatoes, right? Just keep it here, right? Yeah. So there are opportunities that the tomato price may go down in Kharif season. Yes, by the end of, we are expecting this. So there is an opportunity now. And there are some threats also. We have to see that that virus should not affect it again, right? So, and then the output definitely would be more. You have the production of tomatoes, and then whatever goods and services, then market would be in a stable condition. We don't feel a high price for taking a daily product of tomato, right? So this is what is the interaction between business and environment. Okay. Right. Now, here see, we have an interface of business and environment. When we take business decisions, we have to consider social factors, political factors, legal factors, demographic factors, technological factors, and economic factors. So which we shall see in the next coming blocks. Okay. Right. Yeah. See, These are the basic two components of business environment. One is internal environment and the other one is external environment. See, when we see internal environment, we have to, that is whatever related to a factors, no, two factors which is within the boundaries of the organization. We call it as internal environment, and the other, no, affecting from outside the organization, that comes under external environment. And again, under external environment, we do have is micro environment and macro environment. Okay, now we'll just look into what is this internal environment. See, each and every organization, it has its internal atmosphere, right? So in that, we have the 10 things to look into. One is vision, mission, and objectives, right? See, every organization, they have some vision, right? Where my company is and where I have to go, right? So for that reasons, they make some vision and mission statements, and with some objectives, they start working. Okay, so that would be the what we can say, a basic goal for which an organization is formed. See, when you look into this Dr. Ambedkar University also, you have some vision and mission of this university also. See, I have just here with the vision of this university. It is saying that Dr. Ambedkar's social philosophy, or as social philosophy of education as a means of creating an egalitarian society, is the vision of this university. See, so they have taken the vision of Ambedkar itself, that they have to work for education, right? So that is the vision of this university. And what is the mission statement of these universities? Enrichment of ongoing academic programs, competency building through education and training programs, research, innovation, training, and networking for system development and staff development, interactive, individual-based teaching learning process, reliable and creditable student evaluation systems, and result-oriented, accountable, and transparent administrative and logistic support systems, and so on. Okay, so this is the basic funda with which this university is working. Now, if there is anything happening, like there is no transparent evaluation system in this organization, then definitely the internal atmosphere of that university gets disturbed, isn't it? So what I mean to say here is the internal environment, the mission statement, if something is not followed by that particular organization, definitely would affect the results, and definitely would affect the career of the students, right? So this is one factor. Okay, then we have values. See, every organization, no, they have some values, no. Because they follow some policies, some programs, right? And some philosophy type, based on which the founders of that particular organization, they work on it. So when you see the Tata Group of Industries, their main no, their value is honesty and truth. So you find any product, no, they won't deceive, right? So that is the basic value of Tata Group of Industries. Likewise, we have management structure and nature. See, the composition of board of directors. If board of director is not competent enough in taking business decisions, then definitely it would affect the organization. Okay, so and the nature of the business organization, that means if there is a delay in decision making, that would affect the environment of the organization. Okay, likewise, in-house authority relationships. Say in certain features, no, like support from different levels of employees. So you do know that there are 3 levels of organization. One is top level, all board of directors and all. The middle level organization, hierarchy of organization, you have middle level and then low level. So if there is any, disturbances, if there are conflicts between the hierarchy of organizations and all, then definitely the atmosphere in that organization disturbs, and there won't be any production. of products or services. So that is on in-house authority relationship. Now, human resource. See, the attributes of the employees, like soft skills and hard skills, their eminence, their self-esteem, their dedication, their attitude, their aptitude, their knowledge about the work, right? How dedicated they are. All these things also affect the organization. So employees must be competent enough in getting things done in the organization. Okay. See, owners next is owners. They are the people who have invested their fund and they want their fund back. Apart from that, they want some profits of it. So what they work. So if they work, no, with sincerity and all, and if no they if they want to change any thing in the company or any policy at any time, then there should be a decisive competent for in the organization, right? So owners also, they play. If, no, as I told you, the Tata groups, the owners, no, Tamchetji and all these things, they said whatever our competitors are doing, we are not in concern with them. We have to look into that thing what we are giving to the consumers. It should be honest, and we should show truthfulness in our products and services. So that is the basic thing of owners and all. So that is affecting. Then board of directors, as I said, if there are more number of board of directors, see, too many cooks spoils the broth. There's a possibility of delay in decision making. Yeah, delay in no investing, or delay in changing the strategy, delay in facing the competition from the competitors. So this is may happen. Okay, so the board of directors. Then company image and brand equity, right? See, the image of the companies, they that definitely have a say in the organization. Now it's in mobilization of finance, especially. See, if the image is good, financiers would come forward to invest in the company. If not, they may not come. If there are no finances in the organization, the possibility of expansion of the organization is not possible. So this is how company image and brand equity also is affecting the organization. Next is research and development. See, it's always necessary for an organization to redefine and find the good quality. They have to work on quality. They have to know the taste and likes of consumers, and accordingly, customer centric products they have to sell. So there should be an R&D in the organization. So if an R&D is very strong and internal component, then definitely they can contribute much to the organization, right? Next is technological factors. See, technology, it's growing on a very rapid pace, right? We had just a outgoing and incoming call, no, in the previous days, but now mobile phone, it has so many features, right? With a click you can know and do wonders with a mobile. So technology is growing, so accordingly, business have to introduce new technology, and effective exploitation of the technology must be done, right? There are a number of factors. See, I can give you an example here of technological factors. See, there was a revolution of sachets in the shampoo business, right? It was given by Chinna Krishnan of Tamil Nadu, right? He was a businessman, used to provide his salt and some talcum powder in small sachets and all, and he has seen that poorest of the poor cannot buy this shampoo and all, so it's a daily, it's a need for washing your hair and all. Then he said, why not I bring out a sachet of shampoo? So there was a technological, he has brought that particular into a small sachets and made available to the poorest also at a very affordable rate, that is just 1 rupee, 75 paisa he has kept during those 1989s and all. So that is how the business affects. So these are all the internal factors of an organization. Then we do have is external environment, in which we do have is micro environment and macro environment. So macro environment, we'll just see. Yeah, it's the factors which are very close and surrounding area of the organization, right? Even if it is an external to an organization, macro factors, they are affecting the firms, especially in a particular industry. Okay, so we'll see what are the factors in this micro environment, one after the other. One is suppliers. Yeah, see, any industry, they need some suppliers, either of raw materials or some part of a particular product, if it is an assembling industry, right? If the suppliers are providing good qualitative raw materials to the organization, then that they can convert into finished goods, and the output would be very qualitative one, right? Do agree, right? See, if the no atta, we can say, or the wheat flour is not of good quality, definitely it would affect the roti, right? Chapati and all. If it is good quality, you'll enjoy that chapati, right? So that is what is. So suppliers, when they are giving you a good qualitative raw material, then the finished good would be qualitative. Okay, and then we have is marketing intermediaries in between this organization or industry and the consumers. We have wholesalers and retailers and all. So if there is a disturbances in any of these intermediaries, then definitely it would affect the performance of the organization, right? Then customers, see, nowadays they are the kings in the market. You have to move according to their whims and fancies, right? What they need, we have to first make a survey, do a research, and accordingly provide goods and services, right? So that is affecting. Then competitors, yeah. See, when I take the same example of chick shampoo sachets, Hindustan Lever with Dow and other things they have come with, and they have reduced the price to 50 paisa. Then this person, he did not stop, Chinna Krishnan chick shampoo. What he did is he has seen the pulse of the customer, and he realized that movies are their favorite things. So, and especially it was in Tamil Nadu, no? So Rajnikant Talaiva and all, he was a very famous person. So wherever the Rajnikant's cinema was released, this person used to give chick shampoos free of cost. Okay, then he made a habit of buying that chick to the customers, and then the customers started buying. Then next strategy, what he did when the competitors are surpassing his market share in the shampoo industry, what he did is he has come with an offer that if you give us any no empty sachets, 5 in number, then we'll give you a chick shampoo free. Customers, they started buying, getting that empty free shampoos to them, and then take a chick shampoo. Then he said, why should I give of another company's empty shampoo? He said, again, next strategy, what he did is, he said, get me 5 empty sachets of chick only, then you will get a 2 or 3 chick shampoo. So this is how he started no giving threat to the competitors, right? And coming and taking the market share of shampoo industry in the, especially in the southern India during those days, right? So this is how competitors also will affect the performance of of any company. Okay, next is public. See, public, we refer to cluster of business and potential interest in the business and all. So such clusters definitely would affect, for example, growth of consumer groups. They may affect the working of newly developed business, right? See, some of the customers, they make themselves, say, like walkers group would be there. Whoever buys one particular product, that walker groups would provide or take up that particular product itself, because they are influencing public. They made themselves an association, and they are affecting the performance of the company, right? Buying one particular product, if a person in that workers association is buying that. So this is public. Then financiers, if the brand image of any company is good, financier would come happily and invest in your company. If not, they will not do it. right? Yeah. Next is regulators. See, for any organization in any particular, there would be regulators at every walk of life. No, you have RBI regulating, you have SEBI regulating the organization, right? No, there are plenty of government agencies are there which are influencing. So regulators are there. Then strategic partners, they are the organizations and individual, no, with whom the firm is in agreement and understanding for the benefit of the organization. Okay, such strategic partners, they may influence organizational activities in different ways. Okay, so this is all about micro environment. Now let us move to macro environment. Now this is a whole, you have different blocks for it also. You have economic environment, you have political environment, you have technological environment, the blocks to come in the next chapters. Okay, now we'll see macro environment. See, the macro forces, they are actually, no, they are not controllable, whereas internal environment, they are controllable. It is the hands of a board of directors, no, to cope up with this. As I told you, the chick shampoo owner, how he has controlled the factor and became a market leader, especially in the shampoo industry. So that is there. Now macro environment, it is uncontrollable. See, in the case of tomatoes only, as I told you in the beginning, it was not in the hands of farmers. Yeah, the virus control and all, because it has come, curl virus has come all over. And see, extreme heat in that particular area of Maharashtra, which is not favorable for the growth of tomatoes, it is uncontrollable, right? So such factors, we call it as macro environment, right? In this, we do have is economic environment, and then political environment, technological environment, demographic environment, socio-cultural environment, and so on. Okay. Now we'll see economic environment here in few sentences itself, because it is in the block 2, which I'll cover. Okay. Now see, economic environment, the basic thing, that the human needs have to be satisfied. And we know that human wants are unlimited, but resources, they are limited in number. Then we have to, with those limited resources, we have to satisfy the needs of the customers. That is what is economics, right? So this is the environment which is affecting the business performances, right? So degree of economic development. See, if it is a developed country, the GDP would be good. No, the other things, the standard of living of the people would be good. They would be offering more prices for any product. So such things would be there when the economic development of that particular country is good. If it is underdeveloped country or undeveloped country, the basic needs of food, clothing, and shelter itself is a big problem over there. Do they buy luxury items and all? No, isn't it? Then a business which is producing luxury products, they may not survive in that particular place, right? When it is a underdeveloped or undeveloped country, right? So that is one, the degree of economic development. Then we have a structure of economy, right? Structure is, if it is a mixed economy, both the publics and the private sector play a key role. If it is just a communist country, only they think about social and poor people. And if it is a capitalist country, they think about profits only. So that also affects the countries or companies performance. Okay. And then we have economic policies, we have monetary policy, we have fiscal policies, we have so we have monetary policy and fiscal policy, right? It depends upon how the government is making policies, whether liberal and all, then that would affect, right? Then economic conditions, the standard of living of the people, the per capita income, the GDP of a country, how the conditions are there, how an unemployment situation is there, how education sector is there, how health sector is there. All these conditions also affect the organization. Now, when we look into political environment, now, when that means the government policies and all, that is bureaucracy. The bureaucracy, the IAS officers and IPS officers are literally the puppets of the political MLAs and MPs and all. Definitely the policies of government, no, would be of will be followed by those bureaucrats, and also that then that would affect. And the level of corruption in political environment, that is also affecting. If anything, if any work has to be done, corruption and all, no, lobbying is done, then the environment would affect in taking policies, whether it is a economic policy or a GST or anything, right? Then we have freedom of press. If it is curbed, now fourth state is curbed, then if all the news channels are taken by one particular political party, then we do not get a correct analysis of the situation of the country, right? This is a possibility. The tariff rates, trade control, employment law, environment law, health and safety law, competition regulation, tax policies, government stability and related changes, government involvement in trade unions and agreements, import restrictions on quality and quantity of production or product, then intellectual property law, copyrights, patents, consumer protection, and e-commerce. So these are all the laws framed, and that bills would be made into act by the government. So if these are according to the benefits of the people of that particular country, then the business people have to follow all those things accordingly and produce goods and services. So this is how even political environment is affecting, right? Then we have legal environment, that is laws pertain, the statutory laws made by that particular country is affecting the performances of the companies, right? We have Companies Act of 1956, Foreign Exchange Management, that is FEMA 1999, Factories Act 1948, Industrial Disputes Act 1972, Payment of Gratuity Act 1972, Industrial Development and Regulation Act 1951, Prevention of Food Adulteration Act 1954, Essential Commodities Act. That is how the public distribution system has come because of this act, right? Essential Commodities Act. Then the Standard of Weights and Measures Act. See, when you just go to the market and see the 1 kg weight, right? Some people, they use a stone and they say that it is 1 kg. We should not accept that, because it comes under Standards and Weights and Measures Act. They'll see, even in petrol pumps also, you have to check whether they are filling 1 liter when you're taking 1 liter. This you can cross check with, they have a small can displayed in their showroom. You have to take out that and make him fill that. When the officer of the Standard of Weights and Measures Act would come there, you have to check that if they are, it would be a 5 liters and all, and there would be a small hole over there. If you fill that particular 5 liters up to that point it comes, then that is a standard one. Then if it is below that, then they are cheating the customers. So that cheating would be taken by this act and they will be punished. So this is how many laws are there. Then you have monopolies and restrictive trade practices. So if you are hoarding, if you are keeping all the products and seeing that the price would go up, and then you will send the goods into the market, then that would be a restrictive practice. You need not do that. So that would be controlled by this MRTP Act 1969. Likewise, we have Trademarks Act, the Bureau of Indian Standards Act, Consumer Protection Act. This is a beautiful act which is above all these things. No, this is really a beautiful, which is for us as consumers, okay, would protect the interest of the consumers and the affordable price, the quality, right, safety of the consumer. All these are taken care by this Consumer Protection Act. Then we have Environment Protection Act, right? Say, to a certain extent of pollution should be there, but not more than that. So this is how this act would be controlling the working of any company, right? Then we have competition actually. Even the competition should be not like a cutthroat competition, right? It should be a win-win situation type of competitions, and also that would be taken care by this competition act. Yeah, we do have is now technological environment. Yeah, in this technological environment, see, innovation is playing a vital role. Yeah. And the second one is technological leadership and followership, right? See, uh, whatever product you take toothpaste, or you take a soap, or you take your spectacles, right? Whatever the product is, there are a lot of changes happening. See, instead of this specs, I can go for contact lens, or I can go for LASIK operation, and also that I can maintain the 6 by 6 vision of my eyes. So that is how this a product technological due to innovation has changed, and we got a new product in the market. Then when you take this Ola or Zomato of your interest rather, right? These are all nothing but innovations, right? Sitting at one point, you're getting the order, placing the order and getting the order, right? So this is an innovation. Sitting here only and you book my show, it's also an innovation, right? Even as I told you, your mobile, it was just a case of incoming and outgoing calls. That was the product, but now you have a computer, you can say, in your palms, right? You have a Bluetooth connected to it. Wherever you go, you can talk, right? So these are all the innovative things because of technology, right? So technological leadership and followership is the what we can say a hot topic for all the business people, so that they have to change their product accordingly, right? Even the medicines, they are innovatively changing. See, you can take the best example of corona vaccine, right? It was unknown disease in the decades, but they have come with an technology of vaccine and all, and can protect the health of the people, right? So this is all technological environment. Then we have a social environment. Yeah, we do live in a society, not in vacuum. Therefore we have to know how the society is, and different factors, because no, the social factors of India is different from Dubai, or from America, or from Japan, or from China, and also we have to know those social factors. See, you cannot go and sell coconuts before a mosque, isn't it? Right? Those coconut can be sold near the temples. Then there is a possibility of more sales over that place, right? Because it's a social factors. The custom, the culture near the mosque is different, and near the temple it is different, right? So social environment is affecting social factors, no, like customs, the traditions, the values, the beliefs, right, of the people, the party level, the literacy level of that particular society, the life expectancy rate of that particular society, right? The demographic profile of that particular place or society or a country, the age, their income level, no, the gender also. We have another third gender coming up. Just before that, we have just male and female. Now we do have is transgender, right? So that particular, if more transgenders are there in that particular society, then the products and services they need is different. Accordingly the companies should act, right? So this is how the social factors are influencing the business activities, right? Then we have is cultural environment, right? Indian culture is different. See, when you just look into India also, just Indian culture is different. Then northern Indian culture is different, and southern Indian culture is different, right? Then eastern culture is different, and western culture is different. Yeah. So likewise, culture also plays a vital role. So what is culture? It's a way of living, right? It's like a set of beliefs, set of practices they do, set of customs or behavior, which are very common to most of the people in that particular area. We call it as culture, okay, within certain population. So these are how the environment, macro environment factors affecting. And the other one is demographic environment. Yeah. See, if the size of a small family and a big family, their needs are different, right? If there are, if you can buy just a toothpaste of the 100 grams, it would be enough for 4 people for at least 15 days or 1 month. But whereas for a joint family or a family with more people, or 10 or more, then that would not be sufficient. Then the company has to think about the size of the product should be increased, isn't it? If there are more number of big families in that particular country. So like that, the demographic profile also affects the activities of a business size, the density of population, the distribution of population. If there is more number of female and less number of male, then the products related to female must be produced more in that particular area, isn't it? Right? If there are more number of children, then that products. If there are more number of youth, 19 to 35 years and all, then you have to produce products related to that particular section of people, right? And the growth rate of the population also, you have to see that, right? That is the reason that no, China is having more number of old people, but whereas in India we have young people, so we call India as a young India, right? Yeah, okay. Next we have is the natural environment. Do you have any doubts till here? Can I move further? Okay. See, natural environment. See, it is related to geographical area or climatic conditions, ecological factors. These are the things which are affecting. Okay. As in the case of tomatoes, I said Kharif seasons are different, Rabi season is different, and geographical Maharashtra and then from Uttar Pradesh they were coming, right? And ecological factors also has influenced the virus and all. There was an imbalance in the growth of the tomatoes over there. So that is how natural environment has affected the rise of tomatoes during this 2023, right? Okay, then not just this, even the global environment is also affecting the business, because now it's a global village. The world is a global village. See, we are not saying a global city or a global metropolitan and all. We are saying it as a global village. It has become so compact. We have no memorandum of understanding with America, with Japan, with China, with many countries all around us, and having a bilateral relationships and multilateral relationship with many countries and doing business and all. So therefore, even those countries, demographic factors, social factors, cultural factors, and other factors, technological factors, they're all influencing. So even global business environment is affecting the activities of business if they are globalized companies. Okay. We can call it as an environment in different Saharan countries with factors exogenous to the home environment of the organization influencing decision making on resource use and capabilities. Okay. Now, see, what are the objectives and uses of environment analysis? See, why do we need to know this? Macro environment, micro environment, internal environment. Why do we need to do this? We have to, because we have to analyze all these things. See, in the case, as I started my class with tomato case, see, when we have analyzed only, we came to know that when the production of tomatoes by the end of the August would be favorable one, then definitely the price of the tomato will go down, isn't it? How we came to know this, when we have done an analysis of the tomato case, right? By knowing the factors like market factors has affected, the environmental factors have affected. So this is nothing but environmental analysis. It will tell us, it will tell us whether there are opportunities or whether there are some threats. Then we have to overcome it, right? Whether there is a possibility of growth or not, we can know. We can know whether the firm can be strong or weak. Then we can learn from the mistakes and continue learning, right? See, it was, I remember a mobile service provider with, um, yeah, I'm not, Indie, Tata. Yeah, they have come with a small rate favorable for all the young people to recharge their mobiles. Then later on, Reliance, Idea, they have come with so many offers that they have gone down. Okay, then they have learned their mistakes and they have recoup their business. Okay, but when you take this mobile phones, no, uh, very from a Nokia, they did not learn from their mistakes, and now you don't see Nokia anywhere. Okay, you can see in just few countries, but now you can see Samsung and other, right? Because continuous learning is very important. Nokia did not do that. They were happy with their strategies and all, but what had happened, they are out of market now, right? Then foster impression, meeting rivalry, yeah, and retrospection of yours. So this is the things which will help us by analyzing different environments, demographic or technological or whatever it is. We have to analyze it. Okay, and this, when we are analyzing, there are some stages how we have to analyze. First, scan the environment. Begin with internal environment scan, whether suppliers or employees or customers or what who are doing something to you, right? So scan the environment, then you see the external environment. In that you see micro environment, what is affecting. Then you go for macro environment. In that you just see whether demographic or technological we are lacking, then you can correct it, right? So first stage is scan the environment. Now look at with all with keen eyes in to every factor. Okay, then monitor particular factors spotted. So when you have spotted that, okay, technologically we are back and suppliers are not providing, then you just see that and monitor these factors. Then try to recoup this. Okay, then you have to forecast. Presently, I'm here, now where I have to go. Yes, that is how you have to forecast. And then you have to assess it. Yes, whatever the things I would like to change would bring me success or not. If not, how I have to do it, and you have to make an assessment. Yeah, but see, for everything there would be some limitations, no, because we are all social scientists, right? Because it depends upon subjectivity would be more rather than objectivity. So therefore, definitely there would be limitations for everything. So we do have some limitations for environmental analysis. One is unexpected or unanticipated events. Did we ever anticipate that a virus called corona would or COVID would come into our country or anywhere near in the world? We didn't expect it, isn't it? So that's an unexpected thing. Something may come in. And see, and heavy rains in Telangana. Did we at any time expected this? No, right? So that is there. No sufficient guarantee is there. Whether when you have put your, see, when you have just planted a seed also and you have watered it, but daily and all, but some earthquake or something happened under the ground and the plant did not grow, but you said that I have no put a seed in it, definitely a plant would come. There's no guarantee, right? Okay. Nature of input data for decision making. So data must be given to decision makers, mostly the board of directors or the head of the departments and all. So whatever the data they have given itself is wrong, then the output would be wrong. Decision may be wrong, isn't it? Yeah. And too much information. See, we are loaded with too much information, so many news channels, so many newspapers, so that no, we cannot analyze. Some may be saying something, some may be saying something. Yeah, there would be, even the Seema case in that Pakistani come to India. Some is saying we have to send her back. Some are saying, she is a Hindu, I have to keep it. So there's a lot of things which we hear from many news channels. And so too much information is there, which will overburden the decision makers in case of even business also. Okay. And then lack of proper implementation. So okay, you have very good plans and all, but implementation is lacking, then it's a waste, right? So these are the limitations of environmental analysis. So these are all constituents of environment put in a one slide, that is value system, mission, vision and objectives, management, all these things which we have done. Okay. Now SWOT analysis. We have now SWOT analysis also. SWOT is strengths, weakness, opportunities and threats. Okay. Whereas SWOT now is running now is SWOT, that is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and aspirations. Okay. This is happening. So here, every organization should go for SWOT analysis, that is environmental scanning must be done. Then they have to know what are their strengths. See, when you do your SWOT analysis also, you will know what are your strengths. It may be your smile, it may be your way of working, it may be your communication skills, right? Then you can improve that. You also know your weaknesses. So likewise, business also should know its strengths and weaknesses. Then definitely internal analysis, if it is done, that would be good to make decisions, right? Then external analysis also must be done. Then what opportunities are there? So if you're good at communication, then what opportunities are available to you? Or can you be a RJ or VJ, whatever it is, or just make a standing comedy and all, right? So you have to see what are opportunities around you. Likewise, business organization also should see what are the opportunities available if I produce this product. See, Ola and all, they have first entered into metropolitan cities and then cities and all, and they are running very successfully, right? They found that opportunity. And there are some threats also. It's not that Ola is running very, very successfully. There are some threats also, because drivers, they may not accept the commission given by Ola. They had faced also. You can see a case in the Google Ola case. If you just type, you'll get the clear-cut idea of how it is functioning and all. So it has faced some threats also. Drivers were not cooperating with the owners, and they want more commission. Sometimes they are not lifting the phone of the customers, and they're rejecting the customer's proposal, right? So these are the threats which the Ola company has to work on it, right? So this is how SWOT analysis must be done by the companies. Yeah. Till now, any doubts? Deepa, Harsha, and who is this? AK, Abhiram, Vandana, Vijay. Yeah. Sunita, she has left. Okay. Any doubts still here? No. Okay. Then we'll just move to international business environment. See, an internal business has many options for doing business. It includes exporting goods and services. Okay. What do you mean by internal businesses? Not international businesses. When you are exporting goods and services to other countries, or giving license to produce goods in the host country. Okay. Any foreign country want to produce here and sell, then you are giving them the license. Then it is also an international business. Starting a joint venture with a company over there or here, that okay, having a memorandum of association with any country and then doing business, or opening a branch for producing and distribution goods in the host country, or providing managerial services to companies in the host country, this or that. Okay, so these are all the different varieties of international business. Yeah, when we look into generalized character, because we are talking about international business and the environment there, we have to know the characteristics and features of developing countries and developed countries. Okay, see, developed countries, post-industrial economies are there, right? High level of industrial development. You just keep in mind when I'm giving you the characteristics of this developed country, USA in mind. Okay. America in mind. Okay, see, you do have post-industrial economies. There was an industrial revolution there. Computers and all technological development has happened, and even AI, artificial intelligence, they are working now. Okay, high level of industrial development is there. High level of affluent citizens. No, their way of living is very good, affluent. Low levels of unemployment, all employed people, higher education rates, technological advantages are there, better roads, stable governments, good health care, human and natural resources, they are fully utilized. Okay, they are fully utilized. High level of per capita income, and this high human development index, that is health, safety measures, welfare measures, they are very good in that country. So HDI is very good. Increased life expectancy, that means medical care is taken, so expectancy of life is also increased. And low birth rates, control in population, okay, and low death rates, medical treatment and all for all the variety of diseases. Then good housing conditions, safe water supplies, abundant food supplies, and easy to access advanced medical services. So when you have all these features, we call that particular country as a developed country. And when we are doing business with developed countries, then we have to see that these things would help you and would be an opportunity for you. Okay, so you have to keep in mind all these things, all these factors, because some economic factors are there in that, political factors are there, demographic factors are there, right? So you have to keep in mind all these things when you are doing business with these countries. Okay, now when you are looking into this developing countries, you take India into your consideration. See, it is in the process of industrialization. Yes, we are in the process of industrialization. Make in India has come. That's why. Then we have low level of affluent citizens. So we have no a big divide, like poor and rich, poorest and richest also in our country. So there's no stable, or we can say affluent citizens here. Okay. Then higher levels of unemployment. Yes, we see unemployment. We see disguised unemployment also, right? Lower education rates. Often they contain undeveloped rural villages, unstable governments. See, we have hung governments, right? NDA or UPA and all these are, you have ideology of different political parties affecting the decisions of the country, right? Okay. Then we have high level of birth rates. Population is uncontrolled, surpassed China's population, right? Then high level of death rates also. Even healthcare is not up to the mark. High infant mortality. The pitiest case is infants mortality rate, death rate of children, right? Dirty, unreliable water supplies. When you just open the tap, municipal tap, the odor coming off from the water, and it's not hygienic, right? Poor housing conditions. If you take housing conditions also, there won't be any ventilation, proper no engineering and all. So poor housing conditions, poor nutrition, even no, either they have full rice or full meal. They don't have a balanced diet with all dal, leafy vegetables, curd, and all these things in their thali. But plenty of rice, plenty of chapatis, right? Only that. So poor nutrition. Diets that are short in calories or protein. So they don't calculate the calories, and whatever they have, they'll consume, right? Poor access to medical services. Medical services are very poor. Endemic disease in some countries, low to medium standard of living, no high standard of living, limited technical capacity, unequal distribution of income, and factors of production, they are not fully utilized. So all the factors, land, labor, capital, and organization, they are not properly utilized. Human resources are not properly utilized. So these are the conditions in developing countries. Now, when you're doing business with these countries, you have to keep in mind all these factors, right? Yeah. Thank you. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Do you have another class now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then. We shall meet tomorrow at the same time, 2:30. Okay? I have one chat. Okay, okay, I'll just leave. Time over, another class to start. Okay, then. See you. Thank you for patience listening.